Hello, Morning Rush regulars. This is Jonathon Rushers, Kelly Nash.
Hi.
Tomorrow show today. Guess what's going to happen tomorrow? More Carrie Underwood tickets. I mean, standing right down at front. You'll be this far away from her shoes. You can reach out and touch them. But warning, security will slap that hand away.
All right, now, here's the good news.
Yeah.
The answer to our trivia question for the Carrie Underwood tickets, I'm putting it online right now. Trivia question, very weird. Nearly impossible trivia question. What happens if a polar bear mother does not double her body weight during the pregnancy? The answer, Jonathan, will shock you. It says here that her body simply absorbs the fetus. So it's really important for that mom to eat a lot. So for all, like, I remember when Jordan's mom was pregnant, she's like, I'm eating for 2. And she put on, like, she didn't double her body weight, but she put on like 70, 80 pounds. And I remember the doctor was trying to tell her, you're not eating for 2 full-grown humans. You're eating for, at this point, somebody who's a pound.
Wow.
So
70 or 80 pounds.
Yeah, she was well over 200 pounds when Jordan was born.
I thought the worst that happened is the PSS that come knocking. Polar Social Services.
No, and this one, the body of the polar bear absorbs the fetus if she's not doubled her weight. That's a great excuse to eat.
That is the age-old adage of the eating your young. She did it internally.
She didn't want to. That's why she was trying to eat. She was trying to double her body size.
Ooh.
So they got to put on about 400 pounds of extra weight.
Wow. Hey, thanks, Kelly, for picking such an interesting question we could talk about first thing in the morning. What are you having for breakfast? Maybe one of your youngins in your tummy. We'll talk about it tomorrow morning at 6:30. You got a chance to win Carrie Underwood tickets. Look, you'll be standing right by the stage. I kid you not. Tomorrow morning, 6:30. And, by the way, Jason Aldean just announced on Friday he's coming to the Colonial Life Arena. You get a chance to win those tickets online right now at 975WCOS.com. Otherwise, tomorrow, Kelly, do we have any other stories we can talk about that involved strange deaths of small animals?
Here we go. I have almost a death for you. Out of China. I never saw the play South Pacific, but I remember the song, I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair.
Yeah.
Then Clairol used it. Tumbleweed will know, because anything from the 70s, Tumbleweed remembers. They used it for a commercial, I'm going to wash that gray right out of my hair. And now we have a woman in China who's currently in intensive care because she got a case of fleas in her hair. And she saw a video where they were killing fleas with a certain pesticide. So I'm going to wash those fleas right out of my hair with the pesticides. That nearly killed her. Surprise! Poison goes into you even if it's just sitting in your hair.
Hello.
So they had to shave her head, and she's on life support right now. But they think she's going to survive. What was your bad idea? What did you see something and you said, oh, if it works here, it'll work here?
Well, I saw something over the weekend that's kind of like that. I don't know why, but like Saturday night at like 11, I'm flipping through trying to find something to watch as I fall asleep. And the Newt Rodney story was on.
Okay.
So here's Newt Rodney sitting in his backyard, and his wife is like massaging his head, and their child turns over a bucket or something, and she's talking about I've got my hands full of kerosene.
Oh my gosh.
She is massaging this dude's head with kerosene, in theory, to get his hair to grow again. All right, now, how would you like to massage your head in kerosene? Here's my question. Do you trust your wife enough to rub kerosene in your head and not strike a match? My answer is no. No.
Sally doesn't smoke, but she just might want to strike a match.
Well, you don't know. I don't know what she's found out about me. How would I possibly?
That's crazy. So, maybe bad ideas that you thought were good ideas. Obviously, you thought they were good ideas. She thought it was a great idea. I'm going to get rid of all the fleas.
How could I say no to the man who invented the forward pass?
Newt Rodney.
We're still working on that, by the way, with the Gamecocks. But he invented the forward pass.
Speaking of the Gamecocks.
Yes.
The state newspaper this week had a horrific headline. And I think most South Carolinians are aware of what happened. If you haven't, Ryan Helinski, the quarterback, has a charity called Helinsky Hope, and it's for people who are struggling with mental illness, specifically suicidal thoughts. And that's in honor of his late brother. And he didn't play very well on Saturday, and so the headline in the state newspaper said, what was it? Helinsky Hopes sinks. Yeah. So they've been catching quite the grief over there at the state newspaper, and people want people fired, people want the paper shut down. Are we overreacting? It was a mistake. It was a guy in Charlotte who was apparently all the editors for the state newspaper, which is like a chain of newspapers through the Carolinas. It all comes out of Charlotte. This guy didn't know about Helinsky Hopes. He said, going into this game, they were talking about Gamecock hopes are riding on the arms of Helinsky. And then he just read that story, and somebody wrote, okay, well, the hopes are now dashed, or they've sunk.
Yeah, here's the sad thing, I think. And now, I don't know. I don't work in the state newspaper. I don't even know a lot of people that work there. I don't think they're nearly the people that work there that used to work there, which is the point. So I'm thinking the guy in Charlotte, who, I don't know, maybe his job is to proofread obits. He doesn't know anything about Gamecock football.
He's probably doing 10 papers. He's got the Raleigh paper, the Charlotte paper, the Charleston papers, whatever.
So he reads the first paragraph to come up with a headline. Now, does that make it okay? Absolutely not, because there's still somebody locally here in Columbia that has to take responsibility for that. I understand how it could have been written. I will never understand how it could have been printed.
Well, they don't write the headlines locally.
Right, but you mean to tell them, they get a new policy now at the newspaper if they didn't. Everything has to be sent back to the local guy for him to scan through and make sure there are no obvious problems, like Helinsky Hope sinks. That's a problem. But the guy in Charlotte, again, knows nothing about the backstory of the Helinsky family.
So should he be fired, or should somebody locally be fired?
Yeah, this guy, look, they put the guy in a position where he can't win. Come on. This guy's he's writing headlines as fast as he can up there. Mm-hmm. He's not the writer of the story.
So what should happen then?
That's what we need to talk about. Should something happen? I don't know.
All right. Well, that's going to be the show tomorrow.
Everybody's talking about it.
Oh, they're all talking about it.
When I first heard about it, literally, I still have caffeine in my sinuses. When David showed me that picture, he just turned his phone around. You see this headline? Literally spit coffee all the way across the kitchen. Sally was very upset. So, I don't know what your reaction was.
Thank God she wasn't washing her hair with kerosene.
Hey, listen, we'll talk about that, whatever you want to talk about. You let us know. If there's something that's on your mind, then let us know and we'll talk about it maybe in an upcoming Morning Rush. Or be sure and chime in tomorrow morning, 978-9267. Remember, Carrie Underwood tickets at 8:30.
No, 6:30.
You'll want to know this number because this is the same number. 978-WCOS. And let us know what you're thinking on Facebook and Twitter. Okay? Cool. Have a great Monday. See ya.